Leaked emails from the Trump administration have in fact confirmed that Leland Dudek, the acting administrator of the Social Security Administration, retaliated against Democratic Governor Janet Mills of the state of Maine after Mills decided to not go along with the Trump administration's discrimination against transgender people. So here's what happened. As we all know, Donald Trump signed an executive order a while back saying that you can only play in a sport for the gender that you were assigned at birth. Basically saying no transgender athletes in the field of athletics of the gender of which you now identify as. Now, this only affected maybe a dozen people across the country, right? This was not a widespread problem, and it wasn't a problem that really impacted anyone. But Trump signed the executive order, and Janet Mills said, listen, I'm not going to do that. My state is not going to discriminate against people. And it caused a big riff between Mills and the White House. So, in response, according to these leaked emails, Leland Dudek said, cut their contracts for Social Security for the entire state of Maine. Let me read you this. The agency has vital records contracts with every state, allowing parents to request Social Security numbers for their newborns at the hospital and to verify deaths through an electronic system. According to emails obtained by Representative Jerry Connolly, Democrat of Virginia, Social Security staff informed Dudek that canceling the contracts would result in improper payments and potential for identity theft. And Dudek responded in the email saying, quote, please cancel the contracts. While our improper payments will go up and fraudsters may compromise identities, no money will go from the public trust to a petulant child. A petulant child is how this former mid-level IT staffer referred to the democratically elected Democratic governor of Maine. Petulant child. So, he canceled the contracts, which meant immediately, if you just had a baby, you can't get them a Social Security number. If your family member died, Social Security can't tell, and they'll just keep sending checks. He knew that this was going to cause that waste, fraud, and abuse that they hate so much. But he did it anyway because a governor wouldn't discriminate against transgender people. That is mind-blowingly insane, bigoted, and clearly an abuse of power. Connolly is now leading the charge to force Dudek to be removed, resign, be fired, whatever, and also calling for a very serious investigation because, yes, this is the kind of thing that absolutely deserves a very serious and very real investigation. He screwed over an entire state because that governor was not nice to Donnie Trump. Now, within 24 hours, due to the severe backlash from the state of Maine, Dudek did reinstate the contracts. So, wasn't a huge big deal, but it doesn't matter. It's the motives. It's the decision-making process that, of course, has now been revealed in these emails. You did it to punish someone who you didn't like politically because they wouldn't discriminate against people that you don't like. Just absolutely mind-blowing. And for the record, the White House confirmed it. Here's what the White House had to say. Governor Mills would rather cater to the anti-science and anti-women lunatics of the transgender movement than uphold her constitutional obligations to the laws of her state and, more importantly, the Constitution. President Trump has been clear in his demands, and the ball is in the governor's court. Choosing the rights of men who want to dominate women's sports over the rights of vulnerable women and girls while blatantly ignoring federal law will not end well for the governor, and the people of Maine deserve better. Now, as I mentioned, before becoming the acting administrator of Social Security, Dudek was a mid-level IT staffer. Okay, not even the guy in charge. He was a staffer, and he was actually relieved of duty after it was found that he is the one who allowed Doge staffers, those little incels, to come in and have access to all of our Social Security information. So he was basically let go. And then Donald Trump said, you know what? I'm going to put him in charge of it. So he then became in charge of Social Security. And just last month, of course, he did threaten to shut down all of Social Security because he was mad at a judge's ruling saying Doge can't have access to this. So he's a piece of shit. And there is no other way to say that. Leland Dudek is a walking, talking human piece of excrement. And he needs to be fired immediately. But this administration will not fire him. If anything, he'll get a better job at this point. Because this is what Trump does. These are the kinds of people he rewards. These are the kinds of people he puts in power. And this frickin' lunatic is the guy in charge of Social Security. And with the few keystrokes in an email, he can destroy Social Security in any given state. And nobody apparently is willing to tell him no. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.